Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, you probably see steam, you might see steam coming up. I'm making my truffle for my first meal. I probably maybe already rambled about that. I'm not sure if you'll see that or not. But it's 1:30 in the afternoon and we're just now eating for the first time today. Winter time, my schedule's completely off and different, and don't necessarily like it. I'm looking forward to spring coming, warmer weather coming. I can be outside more. I don't necessarily like being stuck in the house. Even though I don't go a lot of places, I do like to be outside, getting fresh air and enjoying the nature, as much of nature as I have around my apartment. I'm making a truffle. Not sure if you'll see this part of the video. Gene's making his breakfast. I'm making mine. I'm gonna have, well, it's actually not breakfast now. He was afraid of making noise. That's why he didn't want me to record yet. But I told him I didn't care about the noise. This isn't going to be my official, what I really have to talk about. So we can just chat while he's doing his thing, and I'll chat with you while I'm doing mine.
Sounds like a commercial kitchen.
It is a commercial kitchen. What I've done here is I've just added some everything but the bagel seasoning to my egg. And then I add my mozzarella cheese. Pretty proud of myself. My cheese addiction has eased a bit this month. This is the cheese that we got at the end of last month. And it's still mostly full. We had our coffee. I only had a few sips of coffee. Coffee hasn't been tasting really great to me. I'm looking forward to warmer weather coming and having my iced coffee because I enjoy iced coffee more than hot coffee. So for my first meal, I'm having 2 truffles, mozzarella cheese, and an egg with everything but the bagel seasoning, and then I'm going to have an avocado on it, kind of like avocado toast, and I'm drinking water. No flavoring, just water. So in today's video, I'm just going to make my meal, and I'm having kind of like avocado toast. I'm making truffles, 2 truffles, and then I'm gonna cut up my avocado and then mash it up and put it on my truffles, and that will be my first meal for today. Today is going to be kind of like the Tea Talk Tuesday. For the past 2 weeks I haven't done a Tea Talk, and I know that now it's Thursday. Hopefully you'll see this Thursday. I'm recording it on Thursday. But I just wanted to go ahead and do it. A lot of things that I want to talk about, and I don't necessarily want to wait until next Tuesday to talk about them. I'm sure I'll have plenty more to talk about by next Tuesday. I always seem to ramble. So I've kind of made a list of things on my phone. I kind of like my phone case. It's a glittery case. I've made a list on my phone of things I want to talk about, and I will chat with you while my other truffle is cooking. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Valentine's Day, and we'll do I'll do more of an update in a separate video about how keto is going, and Gene will be in it with me, how our food plan is going.
Alexa, stop.
About how our food is going, and about how we're doing with our eating, and kind of what Gene has decided to do with his food and what we've both decided to do. And
I already shared that.
Oh, did you? Okay. But we'll just fill in how everything is going at a later time in the next few days, the next couple of days. Just right now, I will let you know that Valentine's Day weekend was kind of a fail for me. But I'm back on track. I'm doing better. I don't like to say, I keep saying back on track, off track. Life happens, you screw up, you get back up and you keep going. That's one thing that I'm learning. You can't just stay down just because you eat something bad and you have a bad day or a bad meal. You can't just stay down and keep eating badly and use that as an excuse.
Or it's also a matter of perception. You didn't screw up. You didn't even hardly get off track. It was just really dirty keto.
It was really dirty keto. It was like filthy dirty keto. And Valentine's Day weekend was an oopsies, but doing much better. Getting back in there. I know a lot of people have asked for a weigh-in. I think on March 1st I will do a weigh-in, and I have weighed in the past, like since I started announcing I was going to do keto again, and I do know where I started, so I'll let you know where I started and where I am on March 1st, and then maybe regular weigh-ins. I'm not sure. I'll have to see how I feel and what I decide, but look for that around March 1st, around the beginning of March. You've probably already seen my beautiful flowers that Jean got me for Valentine's Day. I did post them on Instagram, and my beautiful ring that he gave me for Valentine's Day. I am now officially a fiance and not just a girlfriend.
Well, that wasn't so much for Valentine's as it was for a life event.
It was a life event.
However, Valentine's just happened to be in the way.
It just happened to occur on Valentine's Day. And I should have known. He made the day, well, the weekend was very special, but Valentine's Day was very, very special. He was like the sweetest ever. He gave me a manicure. And
that was for Valentine's Day.
That was for Valentine's Day.
I'm just joking.
He gave me a manicure, beautiful nails, and these have actually stayed on really well. He put them on, we put them on Sunday, and today is Thursday, and I've only had 2 pop off that I've re-glued. And this glue is just LA Looks glue from the dollar store. And it has been stronger than, I usually use Kiss glue for my nails, but this has been a lot stronger than the kind that I typically use. And I'll insert a couple clips of when he was doing my nails. Had a little oopsies with that as well, because he accidentally glued his finger to my finger, and then he glued his finger shut. You'll just have to watch this and see. We're bonded for all eternity.
Had a little accident. This is stuck.
If you just pull it.
Stuck. No, it hurts pretty good.
If you stop being a pussy and just pull it.
Oh, really? It's on there pretty good. I'm not gonna.
What's going on here, Vernon?
It's stuck
just
together.
Pull it.
No, I literally was feeling the top portion of my skin ripping.
Well, in other news, my nails are looking really good.
Thanks. Oof. Wow, this stuff is dangerous. This should not be like this. That's ludicrous.
Happy Valentine's Day. Nothing says I love you like losing the first layer of skin.
Yes. We were stuck together and I was making the okay sign.
Funniest part was I had no clue what was happening because I fell asleep while he was doing my nails.
Yeah, and you're trying to wake up, pulling on it.
And for any men out there who do not know what a manicure stands for,
come over here.
It means a man can cure.
A man can. There you go.
It is, that's it.
A man can cure. Very good, babe. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that happened almost 2 weeks ago now. I haven't done a sit-down video talking to you guys, telling you about what's been going on in life. So 2 weeks ago, we were on the verge of having a big snowstorm. And I belong to a small Facebook group. It's a community Facebook group of things that are happening in the community, in our neighborhood kind of thing. And someone had posted a stray cat that was in desperate need of a home. It was getting ready to be -2 that night, and wind chills pretty bad. It was going to start snowing heavily. We're supposed to have like 8 inches of snow. And she posted this cat was on her porch. She had tried to cover it up with a blanket, and she was afraid that it was going to freeze overnight. And she had been previously, she knew it was a stray. She had been previously feeding it for a few weeks. So she knew that it was a stray. And she had been feeding it for a couple of weeks, but with it being colder, she was really concerned, and she had posted and asked if anybody knew of anybody who could take the cat in because she was afraid of it freezing. And that's where I was like, oh my gosh, I need to take this cat in.
And it looks identical to the one when we were watching the snow come in a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I want a cat.
Yes.
I need a cat.
Okay, so I need to go back a little bit because I never told that story. So we had went outside at like a week before that. It was like 1 in the morning, maybe 1:30 in the morning. And we had decided to, hold on, my chaffle's burning. We had decided to go outside and watch the snow start. We track it on the weather apps, and we know, like, we can see when it's going to start, if it really starts like it says it's going to start. And so we went outside. It was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and it was snowing, and we were sitting outside in the snow and just enjoying the snow coming down. And all of a sudden, there's a car lot kind of down the street, and as the snow's coming down in the street lights, we see this cat, and it's crossing the street. Luckily, there's hardly any traffic at that time of the morning, and so it was crossing the street, and it ran up into the yard next to our building. And I said to Gene at 1 o'clock in the morning, I said, go get the kitty cat. We need that kitty cat. And he's like, no, we don't need the kitty cat. I said, I want that kitty cat. He said, no, you do not want that kitty cat. I said, I need to have that kitty cat. And he was like, no, we do not need to have the kitty cat. So I kept trying to call the cat and call the cat. The cat got scared and ran off. That ended there.
Well, you are also saying that it's going to snow, and the cat doesn't need to be out in the snow.
Right. I was upset because the cat was running out in the street and that at 1 in the morning with the snow coming down, and it was.
So we were going back and forth in a cute fashion.
You're right. And I mean, we're really not in a position to take strays. If I had a house, I would probably have a house full of cats, and I would be that crazy cat hoarder. But we are only allowed to have two cats, or 1 cat and 1 dog. That's our limit here. So we decided that, you know, we couldn't get the cat. The cat ran away. And it did bother me, but then, you know, you have to go on. So then when I saw this post, I was like, and this lady lived not very far from us, and I was like, maybe that is the cat. And after I saw the picture, and I'll pop up a little picture of the kitty cat, that was, I think, to my best knowledge, that was the cat that I saw that night. So I was like, I have to have this cat. We have to get this cat. So I told the lady, even before I asked Jean, I said, can you keep the cat there? Can you make sure it stays there? I'll send my fiance down. Well, he was my boyfriend at the time. I said, I'll send my fiance down to get it, and we'll take it in overnight until we can find it a warm place for someone to foster it until it can be found a forever home. So Gene, like the trooper he is, he's like, really? You're gonna send me out in the snow to get this cat? I'm like, yeah, I am. So
No, actually, I did not give you any resistance.
no, actually he didn't. Yeah, that's true. He didn't give me any resistance, that's right. Which I was very surprised at. He just like grabbed his coat. He said, tell the woman that I'll be on my way. I'm like, okay. So he punched her address in his GPS, and away he went walking. And just as he was coming, he went and got the cat. He took our carrier, but he decided to leave our carrier at her house and bring her carrier, since she had put it in a cage. So he didn't have to like transfer the cat because it was scared. So as he's walking home, it's like pouring snow, and this is at 10 o'clock at night. So it's dark, cold, snowing, pouring snow, and Gene is walking home in the snow with a cat. So he gets home with the cat, and I'll post a picture you can see of my 2 little fur balls inspecting the cat as we brought it home. And I know some of you are going to be concerned about being a stray and being around my cats, about not vaccinated. We kept them separated. They did not come in contact with each other. Gene went, after he brought the cat back and we got a little bit settled, he went and got a, he went to look for a litter pan at Kroger, but Kroger didn't have any litter pans. So we decided to take a cardboard box, put the cardboard box inside a garbage bag, and then put some litter in the bag-lined box, and that was its little litter pan for the night. We set it up with food and water, and she stayed out in the living room all night, and we kept the door closed and kept our cats away from her, so there was no risk of them getting infected with, if she did have something. She is the sweetest little cat ever. She looked huge, but it was deceiving because it was a lot of fluff, because when you picked her up you could tell she was an older cat, and she was very, I don't know, very frail. Would you say she was very frail? But she was frail.
Yeah.
But she had a lot of fluff, and there was some snags in her fur, so you could tell she'd been homeless for a while. So we kept her and overnight, and we knew that we weren't going to be able to keep her long term because we're not allowed to. So by the grace of God, another couple that lived, actually the person who pierced my nose many years ago, him and his, I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend. So we got in contact with them, and they were more than willing to come and get her. We were calling her Peaches. The lady that had her before said she was calling her Miss Prissy because she was so beautiful. And we didn't know that at the time, so we just were calling her Peaches, Miss Peaches. So they were more than willing to come and get her and foster her. They set up an appointment with a vet for her and to have her looked at. They said they could tell that her tail had been broken at some point because it was knotted. And the good news is they've pretty much fallen in love with her, and they think they're going to keep her long term. They had agreed to foster her long term, but they think they're going to keep her as their own kitty cat because they've fallen in love with her. So it was a good ending to a sad story. I'm a sucker for any kind of a stray. I'm a sucker for any kind of an animal. So that ended really well, and I'm glad that we were able to help at least one kitty cat. I know there are millions out there that need help, but that made me feel good. So that was my feel good moment for the week. So the next thing I want to talk about is something that's actually going to make it a Tea Talk Tuesday, Tea Talk Thursday, Tea Talk in general. I've debated back and forth whether I wanted to talk about drama and people on my channel. And while I don't want to make it a regular thing, but if I feel I have something to say, I kind of just want to say it. And if you agree with me, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But I want to be able to feel that I can express myself. Sometimes I find myself censoring what I say, and I don't like to do that. I just want to say what I have to say. You like it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. If it makes you unsubscribe, that's fine. If it makes you want to subscribe, that's cool too. But I just want to be able to use my platform to have a place to talk about what I want to talk about and not worry about whatever. So what I have to talk about is this craziness that's going on right now with Chantal, Miss Foodie Beauty. So I guess at some point Chantal had decided she was going to do an OnlyFans account. Now, I don't know exactly what all OnlyFans entails. I have no plans on ever doing one because I don't have that much to talk about. I don't have that much to talk about to fill my own channel with. So I definitely don't have enough to, and I'm not that exciting to actually charge someone to watch my videos. If OnlyFans is you pay a subscription fee and you get exclusive content from a creator. So at some point, Chantal had decided that she was going to do an OnlyFans. Now I'll pop a picture up here. This was a video that she has since deleted talking about her OnlyFans account. And I'm not going to play the video, but I'm just going to show the picture of what she posted. She posted a picture of herself laying out on her bed in lingerie and looking pretty seductive there. Chantal is. I kind of give her props for being that confident to lay yourself out there being overweight. It's not something that I would be comfortable with, but I give her all the credit in the world for that because she has the confidence to do it. So props to her in that area. So it kind of led me to believe that I don't know what she planned on putting on her OnlyFans account, but seeing that picture and seeing the seductive icon picture that she had led me to believe it would be some kind of adult content. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it was just misleading to get people to subscribe. I don't know. Said I don't know exactly how many days later it was. She made this community tab post, and she's talking about, I guess she did away with her OnlyFans content or account or whatever. So this is her post. And it's kind of confusing to me. Hey guys, 4 a.m. here in cold Canada. I have a diary, but I've never opened it, so I'm going to talk to you guys. I'm waiting for the Putinary, I don't know, open so I can get a large poutine. I think that is a Canada thing. I think that's fries with gravy, if I'm not mistaken. And take you guys along on a nice drive. I haven't had a therapy session in like 3 weeks because I mixed up my calendar dates. I'm already sick of OnlyFans, even though in only 3 days I've made $1,000. I don't like messages asking me for nipples and farts. I feel as sexual right now as a cactus. What is even my life right now? And then a bunch of crying faces, as you can see there. So I was kind of confused about this. First of all, I'm not quite sure why you would brag about making $1,000 in 3 days. I think that's kind of like financial things is kind of something that you keep private. I don't know why she would say about what she's making, but that's just my opinion. I don't agree with. But what really concerned me is the point that she is so upset that people were asking for nipple pics and fart content. No, the fart content, there was nothing suggestive on her page that she was going to be doing that. But with the nipple content, I don't find that too out of the way when she posted a picture of her laying across her bed in lingerie. So if you're going to post content like that, you have to expect people to come back to you and be like, this is what you're putting out, so why is it not okay to ask for it? And she seemed okay posting that, so I don't think she has any room to be offended by when people ask for something in return of what she's putting out. So then she later, I guess, had announced that she was deleting her OnlyFans and she was done with it. I don't know if it was just a stunt to make some money real quick. I don't know if she has to give that money back. Not quite sure how that works, but I'm not really sure what's up with the girl. She is acting kind of crazy. Not passing judgment because I act crazy. So I guess a lot of people are probably wondering why talk about it? Why is it any of my business? It's not my business. It's her business to do what she pleases. I'm just commenting on what I see, things that I see happening on YouTube, and that it has struck me as kind of odd. But I think it takes a lot of audacity to get offended when people ask for certain things that you are putting out. Don't get offended if somebody asks for a sexual type of content when you are putting yourself out there as sexual. So if you don't feel sexual, and if that's not what you want to do, don't put it out there. And don't get offended when someone expects it from you. That's all I'm saying. All right, so sticking with kind of like a gossipy kind of thing, Tea Talk, you guys seem to like the first one that I did a couple weeks ago of who wore it better, and we're going to do another one of those. This time it's going to be with the Kardashians, kind of the Kardashians, the Jenners. This is Kendall and Kylie Jenner, and this is an outfit from their line, and I'll pop the picture up here. I guess they have a clothing line. I don't know. I don't keep up with those things. Obviously, I'm not a fashion guru, so I wouldn't know. But Kylie and Kendall both wore the same outfit to different events, just in different colors. So my question to you guys is, which sister wore it better, Kylie or Kendall? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think, who wore it better. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is something that I have been waiting to talk about forever now. Just a few other little odds and ends that I wanted to talk about before I let you guys go for the week, as far as tea talk goes. Jean and I finished watching this series on Apple TV called Defending Jacob. Amazing show. If you don't want to hear spoilers of the show, mute now, and when I am done talking about it, I'll pop a little red siren light over here. So if you don't want to know what happens, you don't have to hear about it. So go ahead and mute now. We finally finished Defending Jacob. Amazing show. I highly recommend it. And the end left you guessing with a lot more questions than there are answers. It leaves you guessing as to what really happened. So what we think happened at the end of Defending Jacob is that we don't really know if Jacob was responsible for this murder or not. But what we think happened is that the grandfather, who is in prison for murder, he is in prison for life. And we think that he hired someone on the outside to kill somebody else he set him up to confess to killing the boy, the little boy, and that so it would take the heat off of Jacob. But it's kind of not known, and we don't know if Jacob actually did it because somebody else took the fall for it. So we don't really know who did it or if Jacob did do it. Awesome show. Pop the siren up here because I'm done talking about it. You guys can listen now if you don't want to know the ending. Awesome show. I highly recommend it. And we were totally obsessed. We're hoping that maybe in the future they come out with another season. Doesn't look like it's going to happen because it was only meant to be a short period of time. I am going to be getting the book to read, and I'll let you know if the book is anything like the show. So the last little two things that I have to talk about are actually apps that I've been enjoying, that I've been loving and obsessed with. The first one is called Flight Radar 24, and I'll pop a little bit of video of the app up here so you can see kind of what it's about. And I'll tell you, you can do the standard version, which is free, and then they have different tiers of it. I have subscribed to the gold version because I am totally obsessed with it. It's $3.99 a month, and in my opinion is well worth it for if you like these kinds of things. So Flight Radar is you can track flights all over the country, what is above you. They have private aircrafts, commercial aircrafts, the FedEx planes that ship packages. You can see their flight paths. You can see where they took off from, where they're going to land. You can track them all over the world, actually, not just in the United States. You can track them to different countries. It is very, very interesting, and I kind of ashamed to say I spend more time than I should watching the planes, tracking the planes, and watching them make their way across the country. I don't usually track other countries. I'm kind of curious about the United States. So that's one app that I have been enjoying this past, well, it's actually been a couple of weeks, but I've been really enjoying it for the past week. And the other app that I have been totally obsessed with is called Likewise. And this is such a handy app. Likewise will help you find things that you like that are like other things you like. That's a lot of likes in there. So what you do is you open it up. It can be TV, books, movies, podcasts, music, anything like that. You type in what you're interested in, and then you click it, and it'll pop up with things that are similar to that. Like, I'm going to type in here, one of my very favorite podcasts is called The Vanished. And then when you type it in, you'll see a whole list of podcasts come up with similar content as The Vanished. I found a couple new podcasts that I am looking forward to starting, which is true crime. Totally obsessed with that. So if you're interested in finding, if you've watched a movie or listened to some music and you want to find something similar, totally recommend this app so you can find what you're looking for without having to search all over the place. This narrows it down and gives you a better place to look of things that you might enjoy. All right, I guess that's it. I've rambled a long time and about kind of a lot of nothing. Kind of a lot of something, but kind of a lot of nothing. Just some things that I wanted to talk about this week. Just some good old rambling and tea talk, and I didn't even have my tea this week. Hopefully next week I will be back with some tea. I knew I said I was going to do the tea of the week. Hopefully next week I can remember to bring the tea, and we'll talk about some more things. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, if you want my opinion, I know my opinion is probably not worth much, but if there's something you want to know about, definitely let me know, and we'll see what we can do about it. And I will talk to you guys again soon. We will have a video coming out in the next few days about our weight loss journey. Well, my weight loss journey, how my weight loss is coming, how my food plan is coming, what's going on with that in more detail in a specific video. And then we have some other videos that we're going to be putting out that I think you guys will enjoy, or at least I hope so, or we've enjoyed making. So I'll see you guys again soon. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're staying safe and warm. And I will see you soon. Thanks, everyone. Remember, be the love, be the light, and do good things. Bye, everyone.